This is your sleepless cat again, the handsomest man in the world. Back with What If Midoriya Was a Monster? Part 4? Is this part 4 already? I think it's part 4. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. But to start with the recap, last time we left off, Nezu and Midoriya basically had their little chat, just talking about their plan because really Nezu doesn't care about the government. And when Nezu learned about what the government did in this place, because he might have like a foothold into it, but he doesn't have like full control and he doesn't really get much information. He was appalled, even like just like almost heartbroken. And when they were talking with it, he started, basically drawing up plans to overthrow the government. Even me saying it, I feel so much better when I say it. Sorry. To overthrow the government. Just overthrow. Just it sounds so nice. Overthrowing the government sounds all. I still got that Technoblade spirit. But when they did it, they basically just like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they would draw plans, get together, talk about it, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday would be a break day, and obviously just like trying to keep that UA is not trying to overthrow the government. Yes, the overthrowing of the national government. Beautiful. But that was basically it. So let's start the what if. So what is UA? UA is basically trying to do three things at once. Number one, they're trying to show what the national government did with the quirkless people and basically making them mutants, and that's when we talked about beforehand with the transponders and the voice modulators to actually make them speak English. Number one. Number two, for the mutants to attack the national government, destroy it with UA help, and build up a new government that can be better. Number three, combining these all together in a seamless mix between a mix of chaos and planned death. So with that, this is how the plan goes. So on the date of the actual insurgents, let's call it that, there's always a live broadcast of the news that happens right on the same time, right on the same area, and it's all around the city. So it's like weather, national news, murders, all that stuff. So what they're gonna do is hack into that broadcast and set a pre-programmed video of what is going on, and they already set the pre-programmed video to go right away. While they're doing that, while the national government's doing a little bit of a tizzy because they're fucking worried about this, they sneak in from the bottom of it to break into the buildings and actually, destroy the national government without the people even knowing they were being destroyed. A beautiful mix of chaos and morality mixing suggests. The only problems is a couple. Number one, trying to get the mutants out of the city has been a problem for a while, because you gotta understand, this is not just a dome. A dome is just like, up top it's safe, and on the bottom there's nothing. No, it's a full sphere circle that surrounds it from underground and above the ground as well. So you can't just dig under it. You just be shit. So to get this, it's going to take a couple of weeks, a couple of months for them visiting this area over and over again. And UA City National saying like, oh, we have trust of them, you should shut down the thing, for them to even get that down. And then it takes a couple more weeks for them to actually dig down there and get to the national government. Now, everyone else in the national government, like the senators and the prime minister and all of them, are all scared to death of Nezu. So no, that's already some of the plans checked off. A couple other things that's going on is that some of the All Might is completely against this plan. He thinks he's not going to step in, but he's completely against it, and that's incredibly hard for them to get by. The reason for that is because All Might is that guy. He's like Captain America in the DC universe. If you get a picture of him and you can get trust for him, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. You could bomb a city and kill millions. If you have All Might as one of the people who say, yeah, that's a good guy, you're getting to office. Now, that's why All Might's never political and always stays out of the picture, because he never wants to be a political ploy. But Nezu's trying to just get something, because he needs that. He needs All Might. All Might is his key. All Might is his person. All Might is that guy that if he can get him, he can do whatever he wants. It's perfect. Now, going back to the captain, going back into that. What his plans are is basically working with the military troops to make sure that everything is planned out correctly. Because his only mindset in this, he doesn't care that the national government, they can live in his own little bubble for years, centuries. He doesn't care. This helps him out in the long run, and this will help him out in the short run and the long run. And this is why he's doing it. But truly, he doesn't have to. He's doing it because he knows if he dies, when he dies, and he will die, his healing factor is good, but it's not that good. When he perishes, he wants something to the people to have that will be concrete. That's why you gotta deal with Nezu. Hey, when you get into the government's house, when you overthrow it, we want to sign a contract with you, a peace contract that says you will not attack us and you will count us as another sovereign nation, meaning that we are another nation altogether. We are another people that are connected to you. He has a hard time. Nez really doesn't want that to happen, because if that happens, that means you are losing such a group of strong people. They're incredibly. They beat the number 2 hero with not ease, but he still beat him. And he has room to grow. So he doesn't maybe, what about a peace agreement? It's sovereign nation, or I'm not even gonna help. So Nezu kind of got his hand forced and got to the point where he signed a peace agreement mixed with a promise of not a sovereign nation, so they're not a sovereign nation themselves, but there is counted as a different group and also a different like pre-structure than everyone else. Like they're a different like entirely different city and entirely different section. Even though they're super small, they are completely different from all of Japan right now. Honestly, Midoriya knew he was not going to get the sovereign nation, but it's the same thing. Like, hey, if you give someone if you show someone a more expensive item at the beginning, and you show someone cheaper, most likely they're going to go with the cheaper option because, oh, it seems like a better deal. This is what he did. He did a super psychological ploy saying, just easily just saying, hey, if I can get not sovereign nation but different prefecture, and we can have their own voting system and everything like that, I'll take it. I'll take it. Now he's talking to all his captains and every people, and they're training them, and he basically getting them ready for war. He's also talking to nurse, the nurse of the doctor, and the nurse doesn't like this. She doesn't like her people getting hurt, especially because she knows this. If this shit goes wrong, and it could, anything can go bad. You gotta understand that anything can go wrong. That she's gonna have to be helping so many people. But the captain's, talking to her, just saying, "Hey, it's gonna have to happen. We're going to have to fight. If we do not fight, we're going to stay we're gonna stay in the misery of our own living. We're gonna have to fight. We're gonna have to survive. We're gonna have to win." And she understands that, but she's also like, "Come on. Like, I don't want us to die." And I'm like, "I will promise you this." As he leans down and bows to her, and bows her on his knees. "I will not let any of my people die unless it is a proper cause." As she looks down at him and just said, "Okay. Now with this, Nezu gets a meeting with All Might." Yes. He's so happy because he just got it to talk about this. And this is what the meeting went as. So All Might walked in, and he is not in his big form. He's in his skinny form because he was hearing it all day. It's roughly around 7 o'clock. As he sat down and he said, "I already told you, Nezu. I'm not going to join your overthrowing the government scheme, even though how ridiculous it is, because I do not want to get into the government. I am never going to be a part of it at all." He says, "Oh, no. I don't want to talk about that. I want to show you this." As he shows him a document of pictures. He says, "What's this?" He says, "Open it." As he opens the document, as he sees dead bodies just littering the ground, and he sees a picture a snow plow plowing the bodies, some of them just off to the street, just off to the side. And he flips another picture and he sees people standing right next to them, laughing, smoking cigars. It's whoa, what is this? That's what the government did 16 years ago. You remember when they put all the quirkless people into that dome? Yes, stayed as a life reserver because they wanted to the quirkless people were having diminished population, so they wanted to put them all together in one area to keep their population alive. Points down to that. It says, does that looking like trying to keep them alive? As it says, is that, yeah, that is all the quirkless people that died. 1 million people, roughly, died that day. Go to the other document. As there's like a decent load, like almost 100. Grabs him and he flips over the page. Anna Malcolmson, 4 years old. Missing quirkless. Grab another one. Braden Hebring. Missing quirkless. Another one. Maddie Shore. Missing quirkless. Every one of those documents are the same. The kid's name. They're missing and they're quirkless. Those are the documents we know about. There's 1 million people in that dome that are still alive, that are missing and quirkless. These are the people that we know about, that have a missing person notice on them. All of these. Some of these kids shouldn't even be in there. Some of them are 21 right now. Some of them are 16. Some of them are 4. Some of them are 5. I don't know how much evidence I need to give you, but all of these are survivors. As he hands him a piece of paper, and this is everyone we know is dead. He says, "There's only 25 names." And he looks at him and says, "Yeah, there's only 25 names. That's all we know. That's the only people we know who are dead." Because that's the only people that the government actually notified that are actually gone and dead. And now promise me this, as he looks at All Might in his face, and he says that you're not going to regret your decision. Because I know I'm not going to regret mine. As this is where we're going to end it off. I hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.